I thought this is ridiculous.
Maybe on a regular basis you need to eat more.
I mean, I saw, no, I mean, I saw a lot, I did a lot, and I enjoyed it, but
Yeah.
it's nerve wracking. I don't want to get up at 5:30 in the morning.
Yeah, it.
And I don't want to go to bed at 10 o'clock. Who goes to bed at 10 o'clock at night? I mean, come on.
I can get him.
I think the bill went up.
I do if I'm up at 5. It just depends on what time I'm up the next morning.
Well, yeah, it's ridiculous.
That's Miss Rita.
Oh, that's-
Feel my car.
They know where I am, that's what everybody.
$25, now take about 35.
All right, good morning. How is everybody?
Okay, Lord, I know.
It has been a while since we've gotten together, and I know we'll get some other folks involved as we go through, and some other folks are joining us online, and so we're thankful for that. And I need to close out a few things on my computer to make it. Room next door, and I think looks very nice. They are going to.
Didn't even know this. I didn't even know this.
Slide it too.
Ain't you noticed your chair slides better on the bed?
It's cleaner to have.
It's cleaner. It's a lot cleaner. No, not yet, but we're going as we can, as we have the opportunity and the time to do it, and the finances to do it. But they are. You may hear them. Their trucks are here, and so you may hear some noise today. That is potentially they're working on the units behind where your class is, under your class, and that sort of thing. And then later this week or first of next week, they're doing the basement unit.
They're working under my class, they're not working in my.
Well, both. It's because it's all connected.
They gonna finish.
Mm-hmm. So then, in the gas company coming to run the line and doing their inspections and getting the permits from Winston-Salem and all that stuff, which has taken way longer than it should. They figured out some of our regulators in the kitchen and the gym weren't the right size. So when they went to change those out, they hit something, pulled the ripcord, and it set the foam off, the foam fire suppression system over the grill. So that happened 2 Fridays ago. So they had to come and repack that. We've gotten all kinds of things done around here that were not in the plan. Yeah, it worked. That's a good thing.
Isn't that always the way though, when you get,
Yeah, was that just their mistake?
Yeah.
one thing
Yes.
leads to another.
Absolutely. That was not on us.
That's
Oh,
awesome.
yeah.
But, it's one of those things where apparently we've had the wrong side, too small of a regulator on since the building was built 20 years ago. So you go, well, thank you, Lord, that we didn't have a ton of problems.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I think we communicated this, but we may not have real well. And so if we didn't, I apologize. But our the storage trailer that's behind the pod is empty now, and that's going to go away. And then the pod is going to go away because the playground is going to move from down there to where the pod sits now. And it's going to be a little bit bigger. It's going to have some new pieces to it, that sort of thing. Well, we've been trying to figure out who could take the pod for a long time because we don't know what this is going to look like down here. We didn't want to move something down there and then have to move it again. Anyway, plus the pod's leaking and it is what it is. Well, come to find out in the last week or so that Marywood Christian Camp, where a ton of our kids go, my kid, Emma was just there last week. They are thrilled with the opportunity to potentially take the pod off our hands. They've got a spot for it. They've got a use for it. And it could just be that it ends up continuing to be a ministry that somebody else maintains and fixes the leaks in. And it's been struck by lightning twice. I don't know if y'all know that.
Oh, wow.
So it's the reason we have this projector is because the projector that was in there was struck by lightning and fried. And so we ended up having to get new projectors. So anyway, all of these things. And then they're starting work on the sanctuary. And I don't know if you've been in there, but that carpet comes up real easy. But there's a ton of glue underneath it. It's really remarkable. You pull it up and you go, how could this come up? There's enough glue here to start a little factory.
So it's
But
gonna
anyway,
have to be sanded.
that's my guess, is that some of it's going to have to be sanded off and that sort of thing. But so the prayer is that as we go through all this, that we can, between 1st of July and end of July, we can get it done so we can do VBS in the sanctuary. That's the dream. The dream is alive in my mind, but others are being super pessimistic, saying it's going to be September before we. And I'm like, no. We're going to get back in there in August is my goal. So, with new air conditioning and new heat and new carpet and a stage that I think y'all are gonna love. Now, I also have to tell you, I did not lie to you. When I told you that the walls are like it's actually two of the walls in the sanctuary are the same colors at my house. But and no, we did not have them paint my house. My house was painted before, but it's like a tan. It's like a tan. And then there's a darker accent walls.
So if the carpet's gray,
Same
is
thing
that
on.
tan going with it?
Yeah. No, it matches. Yeah, the colors of it match the flooring and the pews, and it all ties together, supposedly. So anyway, so that gives you a little update. I sent an update out, email letter out yesterday. If you got that, take an opportunity to read through that with our national convention and some other things going on around in the life of our church. And so, everything okay? They good?
Yeah, they're good.
Okay.
My son's on his way to my house.
Surprise!
And I'm bringing the whole clan.
Where's he
from?
from?
It's supposed to be cleaned this week. We called Crystal's taking care of that, having that cleaned and
Where's the
everything
grocery
taken
store?
care of this week. Supposed to.
And the chairs.
Mhm.
Yep. But they.
Where is he, right?
I know. You know what we need to do is we need to look in the room next to yours,
Just to travel, right?
in my old room, because in my old room I think are a bunch of these.
Are you not going back?
Well, I don't know where we're going to go back when we go back. We've been having a good time just sitting in our chairs in the gym. So we'll figure it out.
But you were talking about Sunday school. They may have it when we go back, some before and some after. What about the children? Are we
So,
gonna have
yeah.
Sunday school
Yeah.
for children?
We will, and that's what we're working through. Figuring out the best plan for them. And it may be that we have, that we combine more grades, and we have one that's before church and one that's at. Some people like to get up with their kids even. Some people's kids don't sleep in. And some people like to get up, go to church, go to Sunday school, go to church, and then at 11 o'clock, get on with their day. Other people, Sunday is the one day of the week where they can sleep in. And so they want them and the kids to sleep in, and getting here by 10 is like, it's so early. And you're like, it's 10 o'clock. But some of us have been up since 5. But anyway, so it's one of those where some folks want to stay after. So we're working with families to just kind of go, hey, where do the bulk of our people want to do Sunday school, before or after, what time? And we'll start. Pam is working on that. She's already been surveying leaders and surveying parents.
But you'll just have one time. I mean, you won't be having.
Well, we'll probably offer multiple times.
Well, that'd be hard for workers. I mean, you'll have children.
Well, we'll have.
Or workers.
Yeah, no, we'll get because the workers are the same way. Some of them like to be up early. Some of them an 11 o'clock service is too early. So.
I see we have a lot of children, but if you got
Right.
a small group, you may have 2 at this one and 1 at that.
Well, no, we'll work it out. Pam's working all that together to make sure that everybody's got a time where they're comfortable with. And if we have one before the service, then we have one for kids before the service.
Then that takes an adult away from the
Yep.
service.
No, before the service.
Yeah. it's not.
If we have a Sunday school before the service for kids, then that's just one. We may just do one. If we have parents, if we, we're being creative on it. I promise. I promise. Okay. So y'all mentioned that Peggy Dole's having procedure today. Somebody else.
Peggy is
Yes, she's having her esophagus stretched
this morning.
today.
Today's Wednesday.
Yeah.
Today is Wednesday.
Well, Secret is at the doctor today. She's probably got to have a surgery.
Are they gonna do it today, or she's?
Well,
Oh, don't know.
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Who is that, Betty?
Barbara Secret
Oh, yeah, I think she's going, I think
today.
she sees the doctor today, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, she
But I
does.
could be.
Um,
She sees the doctor, but she will have a procedure done.
And
Outpatient.
Jane let me know, Judy Griffin. So Joe fell, and something's going on with his hip, right? Some of y'all in their class, Joe and Judy Griffin. Y'all remember Joe and Judy
I
Griffin?
do.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you were shaking your head like that.
No, I don't know.
Yeah, it's making her dizzy and off
Horrible.
balance.
Yeah, that's. Yeah.
And then antibiotics plays a number on her
Carol
too.
Smith's sister passed away.
Mm-hmm.
Who's did?
Carol
Oh,
Smith.
No, but she's,
They found her sitting in the chair.
And it's her younger sister, right?
Yeah, 71. I saw her picture in today's paper.
Mm. Okay. Barbie's dad is having a valve replaced in a couple weeks.
He's
Three-
young. How
3
old
weeks.
is he? He's young.
72,
Is he?
72, 73.
That's young.
Yeah.
So they weren't sure, but they're coming up this week for her birthday, and then when he goes back, he's got maybe a week or so, and then he has to be in the hospital. So, yeah. All right. Anybody else?
Mary, I talked to Nora this week. Mary is, well, it's just day to day there, but
Yeah.
she's having a little bit rougher time.
Okay.
And Janice Stafford, I was over there yesterday, and she is really not well,
Mm.
looking very bad.
Okay.
She looks really, when I saw her.
Well, you haven't seen her
Yeah.
since you were over there.
You mean she looks worse than,
Yeah.
you're kidding.
I'm not kidding.
That's
I
been
was over
since
there
she
yesterday.
moved.
Yeah.
I've been over there since.
I don't care about it, in a
She's-
week's time,
Yeah.
it is worse.
Well, she
Yeah.
called me this week.
Mm.
She what?
Called me this week. She's trying to get blinds, but she did not sound good.
Well, I'm telling you, yesterday,
Mm.
I was there yesterday, so
so
Okay.
you would not be
it's
surprised.
worse than when you were there, didn't you say?
Well, she
I
looks,
She,
because lost so much, 88 pounds, she told me.
I don't think she weighs that now.
No, probably
Mm.
not.
she, when I saw her, she looks worse than when I saw her. I feel sorry for both of them.
Yeah.
Well, they're both on walkers.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
They're both on walkers.
And then last Wednesday, we had an opportunity, Sedge Garden Elementary called us and said there's a family where the mom passed away, 2 young kids, and they needed the house cleaned out because they were moving and that sort of thing, but they didn't have any money to do anything and that sort of thing. And so mom and a son he's in college, that are fairly new to our church, Amy, Sane, she was standing she's a teacher at Union Cross Elementary. She's been there for a long time. And she was standing there, got tripped up and fell and broke the ball of her elbow.
I've been there, done that.
I remember that. So Friday, they're doing surgery on her elbow. That is not how a teacher wants to spend their summer. Recovered from elbow surgery, but
They seem so nice. I talked to her.
they are
very
great.
sweet.
They
She's
have been great.
awesome.
Mhm.
Yeah. to have
Oh,
opportunity
that's
to
right.
meet her at Union Cross, because that's where
Ah.
my kids went.
Yeah.
She's,
Did they have her?
she's just fantastic. No, they did not.
Wow,
But
okay.
She's just fantastic.
What area does she sit in?
Right in front of us.
Right in the middle,
Oh, okay.
right behind the
Y'all
soundboard
sit
usually.
back.
But everybody
I
sits
said,
in
well,
the
yeah.
same.
Right in front
Even
of
in the gym, when you bring your own chair, everybody still
Her
finds a
son
spot and
is
sticks to
usually
it.
with her.
Lonnie's
Her
got
husband.
where he sits her.
I know, I
I embarrassed myself.
know. Uh-oh.
I introduced her. I said, I believe you're new. I haven't. She said, we've been coming about 4 months. As a matter of fact, we're going to be members. And I said, well, I'm sorry. And with this, it was with, you know,
with the pink.
Yeah,
COVID. And she said, but you know, you
That's
didn't
all right.
know whether to
That's
speak
good.
to people
yeah,
or
no,
not to
that's,
speak to people.
that's
People
not,
that
you
you've
shouldn't
never
be
seen
embarrassed by that at all.
before.
I'd rather you did that than, you know, just ignore them,
That's
so.
right.
A lot of them won't come back if you don't welcome them.
Oh, yeah, oh, yeah,
That's a fact.
that's absolutely. But I dare you to come to our church
So
and
she
somebody
failed.
not come
So
find
she
you and talk
failed
to
her
you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so, anyway,
Linda Hill was working here at the church and broke her.
yep, broke her wrist.